o'clock on this April 30th. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first we want to look at some of the news you need to know.
We're going to go over to Stephanie Joseph. She's live in the newsroom taking a look at some of our headlines right now. Steph?
Yeah, guys, we're going to start things out with a check on time-saver traffic here this morning. Now, we are following a situation, a crash over on 590 southbound near Browncroft. And you can see right here, take a look at this drive time. It's the highest that I've seen in a bit of time, 48 minutes right there. Plenty of red over in that direction. And you're taking a live look here at traffic cameras over in that direction. Plenty of first responders on scene there tending to that incident. You're seeing traffic move along in just one direction over there. So several lanes closed off. If this is part of your regular commute, be sure to be mindful. Now, one of those cars, you can see it. It seems to be on the median there. No word on any injuries. This is leading again to that significant backup on 590. We'll continue to monitor this situation and keep you updated right here on air and online. Testimony continues today in the trial of a former Wegmans employee charged in the murder of his co-worker. 32-year-old Keyshawn Green is accused of fatally shooting and killing 25-year-old Jameer Ridley Smith while Smith was working the night shift at the Wegmans warehouse in Gates last July. Green was arrested a day later by U.S. Marshals outside Knoxville and charged with second-degree murder. Rochester police are looking for a gunman in a shooting outside a corner store on Dewey Avenue. Police say the suspect came from behind and opened fire on two men who were not hit. As they tried to get away, they crashed into a car. Two people inside that car have minor injuries. The town of Greece is on alert this morning as Lake Ontario water levels creep just below flood stage. The town is asking shoreline homeowners to clear fencing and other obstructions from the water's edge right now so crews can move in fast if sandbags need to go up. Thousands of sandbags are staged and ready for homeowners. Happening tonight, a chance to weigh in on the future of a former RCSD building. There is a proposal from the Young Women's College Prep Charter School to buy the old school number 20 on Oakman Street. City Council member Michael Patterson is also looking for feedback on the future use of other former school buildings. Tonight's hearing is at 6:30 inside City Hall atrium. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you. We appreciate it.
Now let's get a look at what we've got brewing for the next 2 hours, starting with a powerful new musical hitting the stage at JCC. This morning, we're taking you behind the curtain of The Sound. It's a show that's inspired by true events and teaches messages of courage, hope, and humanity. We're going to sit down with the director to learn all about it.
Then we're back for another edition of From the Ground Up. This week, resident garden guy Mark McLean will be walking us through spring flowering trees and how we can care for them.
Were you waiting for the sound effect? Is that what the
a little
look
bit,
was?
Yeah. Thank you.
From the ground up.
Yeah.
It's back. And later, we are previewing another upcoming production, the Penfield Players, bringing a true story of the Radium Girls to the stage in the upcoming show, These Shining Lives. A cast member will join us again in studio to learn more about that role and how you can catch the show this weekend.
Before all of that, let's talk about the forecast. On this Friday Eve, we're expected to get a break from the rain, possibly some breaks of sunshine out there. Meteorologist Marty Snyder. Apologies, Marty. My goodness.
He's a good guy. I'm glad to be confused with him.
He's okay. He's sitting over here.
He's in the room.
Lurking in the shadows over there. Let's talk about the forecast, Marty.
Yeah, today looks like an all right day for us. Not quite a perfect day. The one big difference compared to yesterday was you're not going to see that moderate, steady rain that we had around yesterday. But yeah, it's a day when the chance is still there for a couple showers to pass through. And you can see a few of those trying to sneak through a few places right now. Right now, the main focus is especially to the south and even off to the west of Rochester. And it may be a story where the bulk of that passes southwest, then south of town as we head through the day today. But still, that very slight chance is there for any of those showers that just graze the immediate Rochester area. And you can see with that low cloud cover in place, we have seen a little bit of a mist in the air. So really not a lot of organized rain out there now, but still that chance is there for a little bit of the mist in the air now and even a shower later in the day. But still a lot of the day in between is going to be dry for us. We're starting off with temperatures in the 40s, 43 currently, a few 30s to the south of town now. And as we go through the day, we'll see at least overcast. Conditions stay cloudy for a lot of the day. There may be a couple breaks of sun occasionally working in. Again, that chance of a shower is there later in the day. Lower 50s for highs. And then tonight we do have a frost advisory in effect for much of the area. And that may be something that we repeat for maybe even a couple more nights after tonight. We're going to have to monitor that for Friday night and Saturday night as well. So a lot of cold nights coming up, cool afternoons. Finally, by the middle of next week, a little closer to average, back into the 60s for highs by then. So it's going to take a little while, but at least a little better news on the horizon as we head deeper into next week.
All right. Good to hear, Marty. We like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's go off the top and start with some of the things that have piqued our interest. I'll kick things off this morning. And for my off the top, I want to head to Texas today, where everything is bigger, even the fast food fraud. Police in Grapevine say a former Chick-fil-A employee walked back into his old restaurant after getting fired and allegedly used the register to steal more than $80,000 from a Chick-fil-A. His name is Kishun Jones, and his weapon of choice, the macaroni and cheese. So here's how this all played out. Jones was fired in October, but a month later, surveillance video shows him back behind the counter. Police say he created roughly 800 fake orders for macaroni and cheese trays and then immediately refunded his credit card, those orders, back to his credit cards. No food was ever made. No customer was ever served. Just 80 grand quietly moving from the restaurant's register into this guy's pocket.
Wow.
The macaroni and cheese does look good.
Looks good.
He is charged with theft of property, money laundering, evading arrest, unlawful possession of a firearm, and fraudulent use of identification. He's being held on a $117,000 bond. But Kishun Jones is not alone. We're living through what appears to be the golden era of food crime. Remember last month we told you that 12 tons of Kit Kat bars vanished from a truck somewhere between Italy and Poland? The whole truck just gone? Well, that vehicle is still missing. Its cargo still unaccounted for. Nestle, they responded by launching a stolen Kit Kat tracker where the public can scan the barcode of their Kit Kat to see if it was hot chocolate. How do you like that? That's fun. And this is not a fluke. Cargo theft in North America has surged 60%. That was just last year to nearly $725 million. Food and beverage, the single fastest growing target category, up nearly 50%.
How wild is that?
It's crazy. It's $80,000.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
In fraudulent macaroni and cheese sales.
This is no laughing matter, but
Hit us.
It reminds me of that episode of 30 Rock. Do you remember this? Where Jenna gets like the free Dairy Queen cakes for life.
Yes.
And she just goes and she returns
them.
them.
They pull a long game with
Yes,
them.
they do.
Yes,
That's what
they
this
do.
kind of reminds me of with the macaroni and cheese situation.
Yeah. Huh.
It makes me wonder why they're doing this. Why the sudden uptick? Do you think that criminals are like seeing these stories and thinking, oh, that's a good idea?
It seems easy. I don't know.
Yeah, I could steal a Kit Kat truck.
There's big difference between these two crimes, though, because I had to double check and triple check because I was very confused in the beginning. The math was not mathing to get $80,000 based on the cost of the trays and how many they said he purchased and then refunded to himself. And then I was wondering, wait a second, was there actually food involved? Was there $80,000 worth of macaroni and cheese? Like, does he have that in the garage? Wow. Where is that food? No food was ever made, though. I couldn't figure out exactly how he paid for it initially before getting the refund onto his credit card, because it doesn't make sense for him to use his own card for the purchase only to refund the money.
Yeah. Also,
I imagine that'll come out during the investigation.
How did the managers not notice that this guy that they fired was back? Yeah.
Did no one working when he walked in and walked behind the counter and was like, yo, good to see you? No one said anything? Nobody said, what are you doing back here?
Do you think every time he swiped his credit card, he said, my pleasure, after? Because they have to do that.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's part of the rule.
I thought it was God
part
bless
of the rules. No.
It's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, this is true. Yes. All right. We'll move along to mine. Question for you. How far would you go to support someone that you cared about?
ends of the earth.
Okay, all right, so keep that answer in mind as we go through this story. Meantime, take a look.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Ah!
Come back out of it.
What is this?
It's Nicolas Cage.
In what movie?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
No idea. No idea. Either way, that scene like haunts my nightmares. Oh, Ashley's saying The Wicker Man.
Okay.
Never seen it. Either way, I imagine this was very similar to the scene in Longmeadow, Massachusetts, where sheriff's deputies went to a home to serve eviction papers. We're going to rewind back to 2022. The man who was being removed from his $1.9 million home was in his 80s and going through cancer treatment. Naturally, if you were getting kicked out of your home, no matter your age, your financial situation, or your health status, you would probably be pretty upset. Well, he told his longtime friend, a woman by the name of Rebecca Woods, about what was happening, and she did what any good friend would do. She released an entire swarm of bees on the deputies trying to carry out the eviction. Okay, maybe a little bit of an overreaction, but that's exactly what she did. When deputies pulled up to the mansion to serve those eviction papers, the man wasn't even home. The Guardian reports he was at the library finding out information about filing motions to stop the eviction process. But Rebecca and her bees were there. The deputies pulled into the driveway and probably thought a gardener was there. After all, she was wearing her beekeeping suit and driving a flatbed truck. What they didn't know was that the truck was carrying crates of angry honeybees. Beehives upon beehives were unleashed when she began tipping over the crates, releasing them out into the air. On the video, you can hear the officers saying, "She's opening the bees!" And then several officers begin running, flinching, and swatting at the insects swarming all over them. However, they did end up taking her into custody. So why are we talking about this now? Well, Rebecca was just sentenced to 6 months in county jail for the bee attack. Originally, she was charged with 7 felonies. She was heard on video saying, quote, "Oh, you're allergic? Good," to one of the officers. It's also been a little while since 2022, so why did it take so long? Well, apparently, Rebecca fled before her trial. She was later found in a motel in Tennessee. She was eventually extradited back to Massachusetts. Those 7 felony charges nullified by the jury, though she ended up being found guilty of 4 misdemeanor counts of assault and battery. Let's take a look at some of the comments
So wait,
here.
she is in jail. She got 6 months?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. People in the comments had a lot of thoughts. We had a lot of them, especially since this goes back to 2022. This person said, technically she used a deadly weapon. Imagine if she let loose an attack dog. Some people die from bee stings. Decent point there. Somebody else says, when life gives you eviction notices, you deploy the bees. Another person goes on to say, I swear this woman is my spirit animal. She just acts on it. Let's see what else we have here. Evictions always sting a little.
Ooh.
And I think maybe we have 1 or 2 more. It's a great supervillain origin story, though, right? Not the worst.
Yeah,
point.
Bee-Man.
Bee-Man, Bee-Woman. Do we have another one? Can't remember. Nope, that was it. So, we'll go back to my original question. You said you would go to the ends of the earth for somebody that you love and care about.
Would I go that far?
Would you go that far? Bees, that's where we draw the line?
No, listen, okay, so this bothers me.
Okay.
This bothers me.
Because you're vegan. You care about the bees. You don't eat honey.
No.
And many of the bees died, by the way.
Nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Nothing to do with that.
Okay.
We're evicting an 80-year-old with cancer. Just
sad.
right, just that sentence. It's like, okay, we probably shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Right there. And I feel like that's end of story. It should have ended there. Should this woman have, said, no,
Yeah.
no, that is bad. You were found guilty because what you did was wrong. It's very funny, though. It is.
Now, okay, yes, I agree. She claimed that she was doing it to distract them and to delay them so that he had enough time to get the research that he needed to prevent the eviction from happening. He was at the library. This is all according to her.
Yeah.
At the library, she wanted to distract them, delay them,
Sure.
whatever.
Not buying.
That is how it played out. Should she have done that to the deputies simply doing their jobs? No, probably not. But I agree with you. The system is really, really messed up.
Yeah.
Like evicting an 80-year-old man with cancer.
Yeah.
It's just, it's sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
And listen, he sounds like a fortunate man to have a friend like that. Again, what she did was wrong.
Yes.
But there's nothing she wouldn't do for her friend, and that is very clear.
Yeah. Very
Very clear.
creative, too.
It certainly is. Sticky situation.
We have much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we're going to check in with Chris Lopez. He's touring the Mount Morris Dam this Thursday morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. .17 this Thursday. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to get an up-close guided tour of one of the region's most impressive engineering landmarks.
The Mount Morris Dam will open its doors to the public, giving visitors a rare behind-the-scenes look at how it helps control flooding in the Genesee River Valley, all while surrounded by the stunning scenery of Letchworth State Park. Absolutely. This morning, Chris Lopez is live getting a first look at the experience. We're going to check in with Chris. Chris?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, we traveled about 20 stories down via elevator, and all around me is concrete, and it's blocking the water from coming down. I'm joined by Steve Wenslow. He's the dam manager, and that is correct. We are surrounded completely by water right now.
We're under a lake right now.
We are under a lake right now, which is slightly terrifying, but I'm getting over it for this live shot. Okay, so right here, what do we have going on with these?
Right, so it's not just a static display dam. This thing's a live working operation. So these things are piezometers that are measuring water flow around through the gorge wall or the canyon wall around us or underneath of us. And they've been here since the dam's been here. We've just upgraded some of the technology so we can see it with a little more refinement.
And it's pretty cold down here. What is it, 50 degrees, 45 degrees?
Chris, we're on the tour route right now. We're inside these concrete tunnelways. It's 50 degrees down here on these tunnels like year round.
And people are going to be down here during the tour tomorrow, starting at 10. They're going to be down here with you guys.
Check it out. They can be under the lake with us.
Okay, all right. Let's keep walking down this way. Roughly, How far does this stretch underneath the dam? You know, you have different staircases over, like to my right, that go down even farther.
We have over a mile's worth of tunnelways throughout this structure.
Okay.
They get us to all the places we need to go to operate the dam, to measure how well it's doing, to make sure that it's structurally sound, all that kind of stuff.
All right, and so elephant in the room. I saw this and freaked out just a tad bit. Water inside of a dam. You told me nothing to worry about at all. And there's actually flowing water from that area right there. Nothing to worry about though.
Chris, keep your gum in your mouth. We don't need to plug up any holes. This water is just groundwater that's allowed to come inside of the dam through drains. It all collects in a sump chamber and then we pump it out from there.
Okay. And then down here, I'd imagine this is where a lot of the work is done. You guys are here day to day. There's someone 24/7 monitoring this dam here. Am I correct in assessing that this is where a lot of the work is done down here, checking levels and things like that?
Inside the dam, yeah, inside of those hallways, we have different instruments, we have different tool rooms, we have backup generators, we have all the stuff we need to make sure that the dam is operating, that those gates are in the right position to pass the right amount of water downstream, and that we're monitoring the structure's health all the time as well.
And do you know roughly how much concrete is to the left or to the right of us, like how thick this dam is here?
So it's down here at this level, we're close to 200 feet thick. This dam is constructed over 750,000 cubic yards of concrete.
And then how many stairs are here? Because we passed by one set of staircase incredibly far down. Looking at another one right now, looks incredibly far down. There's even one
down there at the very bottom of the dam where you're way under the river to all the way up at the top where we started walking down here or taking the elevator. There's over 330 stairs just on this one segment. To walk from down there all the way to the top, you'd be climbing more stairs than are in the whole Statue of Liberty.
Okay, that's a pretty good workout. And do you take that workout? We took an elevator down here. What are you doing? Taking the elevator
We
as
do
well?
whenever we need to. So
Yeah.
sometimes that elevator doesn't work and we've got to take those stairs, and sometimes we're just doing inspections and we're using those stairs for that.
And through these live segments, we're getting bits and pieces of the tour. We're almost mimicking the tour.
That's right.
How long is the actual tour?
The tour will last about a little less than an hour.
Okay, a little less than an hour. So you guys are going to see a lot more than what I'm seeing this morning. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio for now. We're going to have information on our website, 13WHAM and Fox Rochester, about how you at home, can get a tour here with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and find out how the Mount Morris Dam works and get in here and look at the inside of it. Back to you in studio for now.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see Lopez go to the bottom of the stairs,
Yep.
and I want him to run all the way to the top, and I think that should be his next hit.
I think he could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, without fail. Hey, when we come back, it's time for a little weather trivia on this Friday Eve.
Yeah, meteorologist Mark McLean is with us on the other side of the break. hermit. I'm just doing the work. Come at me after the fact.
How you like me now? Is that how you're going to do it?
Yeah. Yeah. What did I say? Catch me outside? How about that?
That's like really old. You're showing your age there.
Sorry.
You're a rule follower, too.
Am I?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Well, listen, I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's you following Mark's rules right there.
That is. I'm agreeable.
You're kind of in a mood today. Do you want to talk? That was like a weird eye roll.
What?
He is.
I was making.
What
I was teasing you earlier, and zero response. There was like a grunt and.
During Off the Top, he's sitting just off camera.
Sulking.
Yeah, he was sitting there the entire time like that.
Maybe we should invite Dr. Phil on the show.
Why we have you? Similar,
bald.
similar head shape.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
talk weather trivia,
just do
Mark.
weather?
Mark.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the weather? Weather trivia today. It's been wet, right? It's been a very wet March and April in Western New York. But, if it was going to be super wet, what's the wettest April that we've ever had? Is it 6.43 inches of rain, 5.81, 5.03, or 4.67 inches of rain?
Ooh.
All of those are too much.
All of those are too much. However, may I ask a question? And a simple yes or no is a great answer.
Yeah.
Was the answer on a graphic yesterday when we talked about accumulation? It was. Yes. Thank you.
I don't think it was.
No?
No, what did we talk about yesterday? It was. Ashley can look. I can't even remember. No, it's record cold.
No, not
Just like the graphic
yeah,
system in general, like
just
while you
one
were
of
doing
your graphics.
full weather.
I think it was on there yesterday. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, well,
Okay.
when we go to break, I'm going to tell you what the answer is, and if I'm right, then I'm right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
And if you're wrong, then you get another chance.
Yes. If I'm right, nothing happens if I'm wrong.
sounds like our public school system. Check out the amount of rain in the month of April. 4.07 inches. The normal is 2.89 inches. Yesterday we had over 0.6 of an inch of rain. So it's, some of these days recently, you just add up those three big numbers in the last 2 weeks, and basically you've had an April's worth of rain. But over 4 inches now for this April. And of course that comes after a May where we had, our March where we had the fourth wettest March on record. But, tonight we're not talking about liquid. We're actually talking about a little frost. I know it's early. I wouldn't have anything in the ground this early, but, if you do have anything outside that's frost sensitive, you want to bring that in tonight. If it's in a pot, just sneak it in the garage and just make sure whatever's outside is frost hardy for tonight. Here's the time lapse. You see those little sprinkles on the camera lens? You got some drizzle out there. You've got some mist and low clouds. Almost looks like you can jump up and grab the clouds, doesn't it? And look how low they are. They're right above the camera there, just streaming right in at us. And they seem to be thinning. It seems to be brightening on the horizon a little bit. So this rain potential today is going to be a potential mainly south of Rochester. We're at 43. Now, the bark is worse than the bite on the radar this morning. You see the live scan going around all over the place. West of Rochester, some of this rain is filling in a little bit more. So there actually is a trough of low pressure out over Lake Erie right now. And that trough is kind of serving as a focusing mechanism for some of these showers. And you even look north of there, and there's other colors on the radar. Mm-hmm. Dan's not saying anything.
But that's not going to impact us.
No, it's not. It's not. But that dark dashed line right there over Lake Erie, that's the trough, and that gives areas south of Rochester a little bit better chance of seeing a couple of showers, some sprinkles today. Not going to be entirely rain-free. Now, there is a little bit of a change in the forecast here. Look at this area of rain back towards Cleveland. This starts to lift up towards western New York tomorrow. This may play out similar to today, where areas south of Rochester have a little bit better chance of seeing some showers, but a little bit of a change there as that area of low pressure drifts through. And behind that, there is some cold air, so that's going to keep us chilly into the weekend as well. The normal high is up to 64. We're looking at numbers likely in the 50s as we go into the weekend, low 50s at that. But potential rain amounts, not enough to be memorable, but definitely enough that you'll notice it on the car windshield driving around today. And then you see tomorrow, there's a quarter inch, possibly a little bit more than that for areas south of Rochester. So we'll keep tabs on that for you. But, just plan on that shower chance mainly south of the city today. I think a lot of the time is going to be dry for us. It's just one of these days with lots of clouds around. It's going to feel damp under that cloudy sky. Later tonight, if that sky opens up, we think it will, we'll drop back to the mid-30s. Areas south of Rochester may even go lower than that. So some areas of frost are going to be possible, not only tonight, but really probably for the next 3 nights. Tomorrow, the official start of May, right? Still cool for Saturday, some sunshine for Sunday, showers on Monday, and you can scan that QR code on the screen. It's the weather warehouse in your pocket. I just fast forwarded past the 7-day. Do you want to go back to the
No. Your 7-day though said what did it say?
What did I do?
Tomorrow's May?
Tomorrow is May.
What did it say?
Hello, May?
Hello, May.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I don't know. I figured he could have written it's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. Yeah.
Hello, May.
But listen,
couldn't.
all that we do is never enough for you.
Some thunder for Cinco de Mayo?
You get it?
I got it.
Oh, my goodness. I need 100% new co-anchors today.
What?
Wow.
So mean. Oh my God.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
Mark will be right back. We're going home.
We're getting sent home.
You guys are brutal.
Oh my.
8:33 this Thursday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on ARC Rochester. As Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month comes to a close, we're continuing our important conversations focused on protecting children and supporting families.
Today marks the final installment of our interview series. This morning, we're taking a closer look at the team effort behind helping children feel safe, heard, and supported. Joining us now is Leslie Alvarado Fisher, the director of the multidisciplinary team at the Child Advocacy Center. Thank you for coming in, Leslie.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about it. So all month long, we've been talking about this matter, which is incredibly important. Parents need to know about it. Young people need to know about it. Any caregiver should be aware that this happens. As horrible as it is, it does happen in our community.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit, give us an overview of what the Child Advocacy Center does.
So our services we provide is a holistic approach to providing care to victims of child abuse. And what happens is our building is co-located with other various agencies, which really is a benefit to the child and the family so that they're not traveling around all of Rochester trying to figure out various systems. We bring those systems here to them right in one place in a trauma-informed environment to avoid any re-traumatization. So When they come in, they'll meet with a forensic interviewer. They'll have a family advocate that will be attached to them and help them along the way. They'll help them through the court process if they go through prosecution. We have law enforcement agencies that we work with. That it's just a really great collaborative approach. Medical on site as well, so they're not going from there to the ED. And if you've ever had to go to the emergency department, you know it's pretty chaotic. We don't want that environment for them, right? We want a really safe, child-friendly, focused environment from the moment they walk through our doors to the moment they leave.
Do me a favor. What part does your role play in the overall scope inside of that organization?
Absolutely. So what I do is I oversee the multidisciplinary team. So I coordinate the components of all the various disciplines that are part of the services that are provided to the children. So we have 20 partner agencies that are part of our multidisciplinary team. Just this month, we signed our memorandum of understanding where law enforcement agencies came and signed on, and they're committed to continuing this support and this collaboration to providing safe services to children. So I coordinate just making sure everyone is, playing nice in the sandbox, making sure we're all doing what we need to do in our parts to ensure that that child is receiving the best care possible. 20
agencies. Tell us a couple more that people, may not even realize are part of this.
Oh, absolutely. So we have 12 law enforcement jurisdictions, prosecution's office, probation, child welfare services. Goodness, you put me on the spot there.
Sorry.
We have linkages with Willow. We have part of the memorandum of understanding mental health services that are out in the community as well that we partner with. So that way we don't want children waiting, and especially with the mental health crisis, there's always a wait list. We try to avoid that as much as possible. So if they can't be seen at the center, we're going to make the proper recommendations to ensure that they're connected elsewhere.
One of the great things about the organization, and we've discussed this probably every time someone has come in now, but it's really remarkable and so beneficial, I imagine, to these survivors, is they only have to share their story one time.
That's our
goal. They don't have to go drive across the county to a different office building, sit down with a stranger, and relive that interaction. That must be incredible. That's got to be a gift that you're giving those children.
Absolutely, and the families, because the child is experiencing this trauma, but so is the family that's going along that journey with them. So having that opportunity to do everything on site and having them only share their story one time, it is truly a gift for them, because imagine telling your story to 20 different people and going from one place to another. And what about doing it at a precinct, right? You don't want those environments. We want something that's inclusive and just something that's child friendly. When they walk in, they're like, okay, the staff are great. Oh, they have toys I can play with. Oh, and things that are age appropriate as well. We want that environment to be as seamless as possible for that process.
We know April is the month where we bring awareness to this, but the reality is it happens all year round. What is a good way for people to find more resources, more information about the center and all that you do? Absolutely.
Our website is a great place to check it out. We always update things, our services, and it gives you a glimpse of what the process may look like. You won't get the whole picture, but you'll get an understanding of what that could look like for your child. Our social media pages are always updated on a daily basis with statistics and facts and just fun activities and things that are going on. You'll see us in the community. We do third-party collaborations, so we spread awareness every day, all the time in various capacities.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning, continuing this conversation. We look forward to continuing this over the course of the next 12 months because, as Abby mentioned, it's not just April we need to be concerned about. It's all 12 months. Thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
Time right now is 8:39. Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we'll check in again with Chris Lopez. He's exploring the Mount Morris Dam this morning.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
8:42 on this Thursday morning. We want to take a look at a traffic situation that we've been following for the last hour or so. Now, take a look. This is on 590 South near Browncroft. Take a look at that drive time right there. That went up from around 48 minutes or so to 54, nearly an hour. You can see that right here, there is a significant slowdown. Multiple lanes closed down over in that direction, 590 southbound. And also one of the left lanes of the northbound lane is closed. Take a closer look at that situation. You can see two cars by the median. One seems to be on that median. No word on any injuries, but this is leading again to that significant backup on 590. You can see it all the way back to 590 at Empire Boulevard, basically a parking lot. We'll continue to monitor this situation for you and keep you updated right here on air and online. That number seems to be going down, so good news a little bit in that direction, but a significant slowdown. Be sure to stay with us for more.
Time right now is 8:43. Tomorrow, you'll have a rare chance to step inside one of our region's most impressive pieces of engineering.
Yeah, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is inviting the public to join a guided walking tour of the Mount Morris Dam. Visitors can learn how it operates, why it was built, and the major role it plays in protecting communities downstream. This morning, Chris Lopez is getting a preview with a tour of his very own. Hey there, Lopez.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, last time we checked in with you, we were inside the dam. It was really quiet. We have now stepped outside of the dam. I mean, take a look at this. The water is going crazy right here. It's much louder than when we were inside. I'm here with Steve Winslow. He is the dam manager. Why is that? We were talking a little bit earlier, so those people may have missed out on what's going on, what they're looking at right now. The water looks pretty crazy right here. It's not the case downstream at all. It's pretty calm downstream, but right here, what's going on?
Yeah, so right here we've got water coming from the stored lake on the upstream side through long sloping downspouts or conduits. It comes out on this side and runs into these big concrete teeth in our stilling basin. And that's to help dissipate some of the energy and make it more calm in downstream areas where we don't want any bank erosion to happen.
Okay, so there's those teeth that are underneath the water right now. They're kind of almost containing that water to make sure it doesn't essentially go incredibly fast downriver.
Right, and that's why it's very turbulent here, not so bad downstream.
And then we haven't addressed this at all. This dam is, it's unique, right? Especially when you're talking east of the Mississippi River.
That's right.
What is this dam called?
So it's the largest concrete gravity dry dam east of the Mississippi.
And how does it work?
So it means that it's made out of concrete, obviously, but it's held in place by its own mass. It's like a giant triangle that's situated in the canyon here. But instead of relying heavily on the gorge walls, it's relying on its own mass. So that just tremendous amount of concrete holds it in place against all the hydrostatic water pressure on the upstream face.
And then, just for those who didn't miss, I do want to address it. Why do you guys let water flow from the other side where you would essentially be trying to stop that water? You guys are letting some water in.
Yeah, so once the downstream conditions are safe, we're going to try to pass that water down, and then it'll mimic a more natural riverine condition.
Okay. Yeah. And then why here? Like instead of 25 miles down north or another 30 miles down south, why in this exact point where we're standing?
So this spot was selected because it's basically the very end or the northern side of the Letchworth Canyon.
Okay.
And that way we can use the canyon itself as the storage reservoir for water. So when we fluctuate the lake levels, we're not flooding anything out but the stuff inside of the canyon. So there's no homes, there's no businesses, none of that stuff.
And then when it comes to building this is incredible. This was built, what, 70 years ago?
Yeah, and so it finished in 1952.
And how did they get this much concrete here, 70 years ago? Were they flying it in, or?
They had to build it here on site. So they basically had a great big concrete factory on the top of the canyon wall there. Okay. And then they had a big cableway slung across the canyon, and they could lower buckets of concrete. Big buckets, 22 tons per load, down to where they needed to place them.
And I think Tom, he also works here. He was saying that's about 75,000 concrete trucks, essentially, if you can imagine that. That's what I learned from that video there. Just tons of concrete.
I love that you were watching Tom on video.
Yeah, I was watching Tom.
You can get him live as your tour guide here.
Okay, so he's the tour guide?
He is a tour guide. We have a few different tour guides. They're all well-trained and awesome. Tom's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he's fantastic. You watch the YouTube video, you can watch that, but get a live tour from Tom. 10 o'clock starting tomorrow. That's when people can go and find out more about the dam, take the tour. Can they get to right here where we're at?
They're not going to stand on this training wall just
Okay.
because we're cycling things through and take a little bit too much time, but they're going to come down here and see it.
Okay.
They're going to have the same kind of view that we're having right now.
And about 30 people per tour.
Per tour, you can sign up on rec.gov.
Okay.
Anybody that, if you want to come check it out, you forgot to make a reservation, still come in, check it out, because there may be spaces available and you can get them for free.
There we go. Come find out how the Mount Morris Dam operates. You can take a tour inside. You will be outside. You'll see the scenic views here. We're surrounded by Letchworth Park, and you can too, starting tomorrow at 10. It's only $1. $1 per person. We'll send it back to you guys in studio for now. Hope you enjoyed the morning show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Chris is
it
going to pay
was-
for the newsroom.
It was very cool.
Yes.
It is really neat to look at that. Very cool. Hey, when ARC Rochester returns, we are taking you behind the curtain of the JCC's upcoming production, premiering this weekend.
We're back after this.
A powerful true story of courage and compassion is coming to the JCC Center stage in a brand new musical you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah, the sound is inspired by real events during World War II when thousands of Danish Jews were helped to safety by their own neighbors. For more on the show and what you can expect, we're joined now by the show's creator. We have Charlotte Cohn, along with cast member Nellie Bryce Ward. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Let's start off with an overview of what the show is about.
So this is inspired by my dad's true story. He and his family escaped in 1943 from Denmark to Sweden with the help of the Danish fishermen. And I thought the story was important to tell because the entire nation of Denmark supported the Jews during that time and helped them escape to Sweden, which was neutral at the time. And the musical is inspired by that, but we infused it with a lot of magic, and it's beautiful and inspirational and hopeful.
What is it like performing on stage when the script is so close to reality? Because you're working with the director, it's her dad's story.
Yeah.
That's got to add like a layer of pressure, no?
It does. I was terrified. I cried when I got the role, but more like of an excited cry, if anything. I've always been very interested in history, and so getting to participate in a story that would educate people was a new experience that I was very much looking forward to. I didn't expect it to be as fulfilling as it was. Like I expected to like learn new things and everything, but it was like a different challenge. And very, very grateful for the trust because my God, is it a show? It's between the beautiful songs, the beautiful scenes. Because again, she can write. Her husband, they write a beautiful, beautiful story. And I'm saying that because you'll hear the music and you'll forget a little bit that you're supposed to be like, oh, this is this crazy thing that happened back then. But by the time you let yourself fall into it, you'll feel more deeply what it might have been like during that time.
Wow, that is quite the description. What has it been like? Tell us about the writing process.
So my husband and I wrote the book together, Jason Odell Williams, and we wrote it. I had the idea like 20 years ago. And then we thought, well, it should be a play, and it felt bigger than that. So then we found an incredible composer, lyricist, Christian Douglas, who also happens to be an incredible performer. He's currently the lead in Moulin Rouge on Broadway.
Wow.
So he's multi-talented. And we sort of worked with him for the past 4 years via Zoom on developing the story and the music together. The process was long and it kept changing. It's still changing, these poor kids. Every other day we add lines and we take some music away and add music. It's been thrilling to say the least. It's really exciting. And I think people are really going to be inspired by it.
It sounds like a really magical process when the timeline for this starts 20 years ago. And, you know, the culmination of all of it in the past 4 or 5 years just comes together, and here it is.
I mean, it's incredible.
What is that like to see the product on a stage that was living in your head for 2 decades?
My husband and I just talked about it the other day. We were like, can you believe this is actually happening? Real actors, real musicians. It feels magical, much like the play itself. It's just the germ of an idea that you then get to layer in. And it's so timely. Things are rough right now, and it's so hopeful. It's one of the only positive stories of the Holocaust. So we are really bringing such love and life and light to the world with the help of these amazing people. I can't believe it. Every day I have to pinch myself. And I'm so grateful to Ralph Moranto and the JCC in Rochester and the whole community for bringing this to life.
Absolutely. What do you think your family would say?
Well, my father passed away quite a long time ago. But my family, my uncle, who's the only surviving relative, is going to turn 100 years old this coming January. And he lives in Copenhagen. And he keeps saying, when am I going to see this musical? So I've been trying to figure out how to bring him here, but we can't make that happen. But they're all very excited. They're all very grateful and thankful. This story is sort of an unknown story, which I find incredible because it's so uplifting and so exciting and hopeful. So they are all really excited. I'm just very sad that they can't be here to see it because they're so far away. But we're going to take lots of pictures and lots of videos, and hopefully they can see it very soon.
It's going to be it sounds like it's going to be a very impactful show. Thank you both so much for coming in. You can catch The Sound at JCC Center Stage May 2nd through the 17th. We'll post all the ticketing information you need to know on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
We still have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break.
In today's political pulse, the state budget will be a month past due after lawmakers passed an 8th budget extender that gives them until May 4th. I spoke to State Senator Jeremy Cooney ahead of that vote to discuss the reason behind the stall and its impact on our community. That's coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this.
On this Thursday morning, April 30th. Thank you for joining us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We do have a lot to get to right here on Arc Rochester, but first we want to get a look at some of the stories you need to know.
Stephanie Joseph is live in the newsroom. She's taking a look at some of our headlines right now. Steph?
Hey there, guys. Good morning. We are still monitoring a crash on 590 southbound at Browncroft Boulevard. Now take a look at that drive time, 86 minutes. That went up a lot in the last couple of minutes that we were talking about it, about 20 minutes. A delay continues with stop and go traffic. You're taking a live look there at that area. Now you can see 2 cars by the median. We'll see if we can take a closer look here. One seems to be hanging on the side of the median there. Multiple southbound lanes and the left lane in the opposite direction have been closed. We have reached out to law enforcement for more information. That slowdown, that stop and go traffic going as far back as 590 at Browncroft Boulevard. Now we'll be sure to bring you the latest right here on air and 13wham.com once we learn more. Testimony continues today in the trial of a former Wegmans employee charged in the murder of his coworker. 32-year-old Kishan Green is accused of fatally shooting and killing 25-year-old Jameer Ridley Smith while Smith was working the night shift at the Wegmans warehouse in Gates last July. Now, Green was arrested a day later by U.S. Marshals outside Knoxville and charged with second-degree murder. Now, the town of Greece is on alert this morning as Lake Ontario water levels creep just below flood stage. The town is asking shoreline homeowners to clear fencing and other obstructions from the water's edge for right now so crews can move in fast if sandbags need to go up. Thousands of sandbags are staged and ready for homeowners. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph, thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, 9:03, meteorologist Mark McLean is with us once again with a check of the forecast. We've got the answer to the weather trivia question of the day and the muddy paws forecast.
An interesting muddy paws forecast.
Oh.
Somebody's kind of trying to hide and peer.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of a little game of hide and seek. But the weather trivia this morning, talking about a wet April in western New York. We've had more than 4 inches this April so far. But what is the wettest April on record for Rochester? And the amount: 6.43 inches, 5.81 inches, 5.03 inches, or 4.67 inches. We had a lot of responses.
Did we?
Oh, yeah, on this one. Yvonne B.
Wow.
Italy, watching us from Italy.
Vacation, good for you.
Sarah C., David, Barbara, Tom, and Shelley have A this morning. Debbie, Ian, Amy, and Barbara all have A. Charlene and Cassandra C. Rod, Jim, Barb, Lori, Sandra have B. Deborah, it's A. All B's: David, Mary, Laura, Deborah, Babs, and Ron. Paul, Allison, Debbie, Christine, Janet, Debbie have B as well. Kyla has A. Herb, Cheryl, B. Katie, C. Dave, Cheryl's husband, A. Robert, Katie's husband, has B this morning. Bobby and Jim, A. Lisa and her dad, B. Frank, C. Mary Pat, Frank's wife, B. And Richard and Eva, B. Kevin, A. Colleen, Kevin's wife, B. David, B. Judy, David's wife, A.
I'm going to go majority. I'm going with the B's.
That's okay. So that was my original thought as well.
B?
Yes, B.
5.81 inches?
Yep.
It was like 60% of the board, right? 60, 70% of the responses were B. And that's it. That's a lot of rain for this time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, March and April, if you get more than 4 inches of rain, there's just nowhere for it to go. There's nothing growing. So that's the problem, and it just turns into runoff. So we get some issues with some of our creeks and streams. But April 2011, the official rain in Rochester, 5.81 so far this April. We are at 4.07, and lately it's been all or nothing, right? Mm-hmm. 6,200s yesterday. Ooh. The backyard is just a swamp.
Oh.
It's a swamp.
Is it?
Like, it's untouchable.
What are you going to do?
I mowed on Tuesday. You know, even though if I had waited a day, it would have been perfect. But Tuesday, because I knew with the rain coming on Wednesday that it just wasn't happening. I mean, there would be ruts and everything else right through everything.
Probably should have just let it go then.
I know.
Let it get crazy once, Once
everything settles down, we'll get back out there. But and that's back to Saturday. It was almost an inch of rain. So, that's a lot of rain. And that's why we're starting to see that Lake Ontario lake level rising up. Oh, boy. Who's playing hide?
Bucky.
Who's playing hide and seek?
Love that. Just the eyes.
What do you think Bucky's waiting for right there?
I would guess treats.
Yep.
Treats? Like sit there. We got to wipe your paws off. You know the drill.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking hey, will you go get me a pup cup kind of thing.
That could be. All right, 13wham.com/chime in. Scan that QR code on the screen. We love to see pictures like Bucky. And what did you guys have on this morning? What was the pick of the day? And
it was a donkey.
It was a donkey.
That's right.
Yes.
Howard's Farm.
I saw that scanning through on Chime In. It's always interesting to see what's in the inbox. But today and tomorrow, some wet paws out there. Saturday, Sunday dries out a little bit. And Monday, some wet paws as we start the month of May. How about that? And one thing that we don't necessarily want to start the month of May with?
Your frost.
I'm sorry, it's in the forecast. Temperatures are down in the low to mid 30s.
He's sweating.
We're not done with it yet.
Do I scare you when I get angry like that?
No, but you don't like to talk about the snow. Are we done with the snow?
I don't know.
You're the meteorologist.
Temps in the 30s. Somebody's going to see some flurries over the next 3 days. 44, northwest at 6.
Ooh.
Dew point in the upper 30s. I don't know. You probably not, but I mean, it's cold enough that you certainly could. Ultimate Doppler has just some sprinkles, some light drizzle, and a couple of showers back to the west towards Arcade there, south of Buffalo. The real question mark on this one, there's a trough of low pressure there. How much of this makes it into western New York? Some of this is going to evaporate on its way in, but I think enough of it will make its way in that it's at least worth mentioning, especially for the morning hours here. So on the future weather, we get the temperature into the low 50s. That's going to be about it, 53 against our normal high of 64. Future weather overnight has a clearing. And this is, if we go full clear for like 2 or 3 hours, we're going to have a widespread frost. If we get patchy clouds like you see on the screen, then it'll be more kind of a patchy frost instead of
Patchy clouds.
patchy clouds. We're cheering for patchy clouds. And then those clouds are going to drop some rain on us tomorrow afternoon. That's a little bit of a change in the forecast there as a quick moving system passes through. And that other color, we just won't talk about it. You saw it. You saw it go through.
Yeah, we're not addressing it.
We're not addressing that. Okay. Potential rain amounts, about 1/4 of an inch. So this will be on top of what's already come down. And what's turned out to be, I think it's maybe we'll use this as trivia tomorrow. I think I just got the trivia for tomorrow in my head, so I can't give you what my last thought was.
Okay.
All right, 53 for the high today. There's the sunset, 8:10 tonight. Chance of a few showers around in the extended forecast. Stays cool there on Saturday and Sunday, some sunshine. We'll find some showers on Monday. Temps in the low to mid 60s next week as we head towards next Wednesday.
Okay, so with the frost,
Yes,
my wonderful husband bought me a rhododendron.
rhododendron,
Yes.
a rhodie.
All right.
That's what we call them in the.
I should probably bring that into the garage.
It's hardy, but I mean, if it's in full blossom and it's still in a pot,
Yes.
then you can just sneak it in.
Okay.
You know, but the blossoms on them sometimes, if it won't get that cold where you are. If it gets down into the 20s, then you'd want to have it inside. It's not a threat to the plant at all. It's an evergreen plant. They go through winter, but they're nice. This time of the year, they're beautiful.
I mean, if you have plans tonight, drop it off at Mark's, have him babysit.
What is it? Is it a pink one? Red? White?
Yeah, I think it's pink, like pinkish purple.
Pinkish purple. That's a popular one. Yep.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I don't want to kill it.
It'll be fine.
And she has a history.
I have kept the plant that you gave me the other day alive.
Viola.
Yes.
Now that's cold hardy. That you
The
don't have to
other
worry.
day, she still kept it alive.
It's got
Yeah.
It's got cute little black flowers on it.
It survived the roofers. It survived me.
It's certainly been well watered.
Yes.
Yes.
This is true.
That is true. All right, McLean. Thank you.
We still have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, Steph is breaking down some of our top political headlines. That's coming up in the Political Pulse.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. Earlier this week, I spoke to Republican Assemblyman Josh Jensen about the holdup with the state budget, which is nearly 1 month late. Lawmakers have now passed an 8th extender, giving them until May 4th to finalize the budget. I had a chance to speak to Democratic State Senator Jeremy Cooney for his perspective about the stall ahead of that vote. Take a listen. Senator Cooney, thank you so much for joining me this morning. So I do want to start off with where things currently stand right now. We've been talking about extenders in the budget, more expected. So where are things right now, and why does another extender need to be passed?
So as you know, the budget was supposed to pass on or about April 1st. And here we are now passing another extender, which will keep everything operating. I think it's really important for your viewers to know that we pass these extenders to make sure that our staff and that our state workers and that all of our debts are obligated and get paid. So sometimes when we hear about government shutdowns, things completely come to a halt. That's not what's happening in New York State. We pay our bills. We just don't have an agreement on the final budget. So there's a number of issues that are keeping us from getting to resolving the budget. And many of those issues actually have nothing to do with the dollars and cents that will be allocated as part of the budget. It's the policy behind it. Things like talking about auto insurance, talking about environmental regulations and climate goals, talking about how long it takes to build housing in New York State through our SEQA process, or even really hot topics that we're talking about on a global scale around immigration and how that impacts New Yorkers. So those are the focus areas right now that are keeping us from getting into the allocation of resources that you would normally expect to see in a state budget process.
And if I can ask you specifically about some of those policies, I spoke with an assemblyman earlier this week who had said that there's a conference among Democrats where it seems that there is conversation and discussion that is happening outside of the public eye. So there is a little bit of a lot of lawmakers feel like they may be in the dark, Republicans specifically, in this process. Would you agree with that assessment? What would you say to someone who feels like there isn't a lot known about debate in this process?
Well, the good news is that everything that happens on the floor of the New York Senate, or in case of the Assembly is all public record. You can actually go online and watch it live or watch video recordings later on. In terms of negotiation, there are conversations that take place in hallways. There are conversations that take place in conference rooms. These are all part of the normal process of a budget. Each party can get together and have those conversations. So the minority, in this case in New York, that's the Republican Party, they get together, they talk about their priorities, what they're looking for. The Democrats in the majority, they get together, talk about what they're looking for. And those are always separate processes. But then we come to the floor and we actually vote and debate on the budget bills themselves. So that's all public and will continue to be.
And I know that earlier this week you had actually presided over a Senate meeting in which there was an exchange about the extender where one lawmaker, Senator O'Mara, if I'm not mistaken, had been asking questions specifically about some of the policies that you had mentioned, but there wasn't any direct response to that. Will there be time in the future for answers to be had to questions about the auto insurance policy, where things lie with that, or even the State Environmental Quality Act or the climate law?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, none of these things can be done in a vacuum, and we want to make sure that there's a chance for input. People have the opportunity to explain why they like aspects, why they don't like aspects, and they can do that right on the floor in a public way. Again, when it comes to really narrowing down and what is the auto insurance policy going to look like? How are we going to lower the cost of auto premiums for New Yorkers, which I may add is the highest in the country? So when we talk about affordability, this is the big issue for Governor Hochul, and it's certainly a big issue for members of the legislature. So when we come down to it, what are we going to do to help lower those costs? And there's some policy things that we can do as it relates to tort reform and other kind of technical aspects of how we insure drivers in New York. And we think if we can tinker with that and make some changes to that, it could actually bring more insurance companies into New York, they're more competitive with their pricing, right? And we as consumers benefit from that by having lower rates. So that's the hope. We're trying to work on what that specific language looks like, but that would be included in the budget before anyone actually has to vote on it. They'd be able to see that language and be able to discuss it.
And can I ask you what sort of is the major sticking point when it comes to discussions as in regards to auto insurance? Is it concerns about, cracking down on fraud actually having an impact on rates?
Absolutely. We have seen an increase in fraudulent staged accidents where we see insurance fraud take place. This is especially the case in downstate New York. But we also are seeing a very litigious New York, meaning that if you are involved in a car accident anywhere in the state, we are a no-fault state in New York. That also provides the opportunities for extended litigation, right? One party sues another party. And in the case of serious injury, unfortunately, often we have non-economic damages or pain and suffering, right? And that's where these premiums are really impacted, because non-economic damages or pain and suffering, a jury could award millions of dollars depending on the nature of the crash and the injury. And so insurance companies look at those high, big rewards to plaintiffs and then charge all of us as policyholders with higher premiums to offset that potential litigation loss. So it can get a little wonky, a little policy oriented, but that's what we're looking at right now. Can we protect New York drivers to make sure that they can get made whole if they are involved in a car accident, and balance that against some of the high litigation costs that insurance companies are worried about? And if we can find that common ground, then we can make it safer for New Yorkers to drive, but also more affordable for New Yorkers to drive.
Hey, stick around. I'll have much more from my interview with Senator Cooney coming up after this. Welcome back. We are continuing our conversation now with Senator Jeremy Cooney about the state budget. This time, our discussion is focusing on the status of budget negotiations and the potential impact of these extenders on schools in our community. And I know that we have heard from other lawmakers who are saying that things are getting closer. Even earlier this week in that same Senate meeting, things are getting closer. Discussions seem to be honing in. Is that a fair assessment as well? Do you think that things are moving forward? And are we kind of at the end of passing these extenders?
Yeah, I feel very positive that we are making real progress here. I think that over the course of today and this upcoming weekend, we're going to have a significant conversations and be able to get into some of those allocations of dollars and cents that so many New Yorkers are expecting. Now, am I going to put a date out there of when we think the budget's passed? I know better. I've been in the Senate for a few years now. I know better to place that bet. But I do think that we are having these productive conversations and that we probably will end up doing at least one more extender, but hopefully we can wrap this up sooner rather than later.
And I've got two quick questions for you because I know we're running low on time. I do want to ask, how do we sort of prevent this from happening again? It's been years that the budget has been late, year after year. I asked the Assemblyman earlier this week, and I think I even asked you this question last year around the same time. How do we prevent this from happening?
Well, one of the things that we should look at is, of course, the inclusion of policy in the budget. You know, this is something that the Assembly and the Senate and the governor kind of always grapple with every single budget cycle. And oftentimes it's the policy, we talked about auto insurance or the climate goals, that kind of get all of the attention because they are high profile in nature and they are tough issues, right? And so those take a lot of time to negotiate and grapple. But if we just had a budget that was focused on the fiscal policy of the state to make sure that we were funding our schools and making sure that our roads and bridges had the right funding, that would be probably an expedited way. I will say, and I think I said this last year too, sometimes budgets are worth waiting for if it can help us in Rochester and Monroe County. We've got a lot at stake here in the budget, over $300 million in capital improvements. I'm fighting for more money for groups like Garth Vagan Dance or the Interloop North project. There's a lot of opportunity here to help bring back valuable resources to Rochester. At the same time, we got to make sure that our schools can stay open. Our public schools can stay open. We got to make sure that our hospital systems and our nursing homes get the proper resources. They're counting on us to make sure we bring those resources back to our greater Rochester community. So yes, we want to get the budget done in a timely way, but I remind all New Yorkers we are paying our bills. We are moving things along responsibly. And at the end of the day, we want a Rochester budget that we can be proud about. Right? We can feel good that our mayor and our county executive and our local town leaders feel that they have the resources to help impact our daily lives as upstate New Yorkers.
And my final question for you, I'm so glad that you mentioned schools. RCSD is getting ready to vote on their own budget next week. What would you tell them? How are they able to move forward if we are in a place where there still isn't a budget?
Well, the good news is that Governor Hochul in her initial executive budget proposal looked to do an increase to all public schools and a hold harmless, meaning that no school district is going to lose money in this year's budget. So they can plan for that as a baseline. The Senate, and of course, you know me as a Rochester City Schools district graduate, I'm a big supporter in public education. I want more money than even what the governor proposed. I think it's important that we are investing in our suburban schools and our city schools in a way that makes education accessible to all. So I think we can only increase the amount of money going to our public schools in this budget process, but they have enough to know that they're not going to lose any money in this process. And that's not the way it always used to be. It used to be, who knows what they were going to get. This is the governor, this is the legislature, which is absolutely committed to public education.
Senator Cooney, I want to thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And I do want to note that the RCSD School Board has now delayed their budget vote until May 12th instead of next week. Be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Be like the Willy Wonka movie. You're going to gain thousands.
What am I hearing right now?
It's like a Willy Wonka movie. You're going to gain thousands of followers.
What am I
That's
hearing?
what I just heard.
Oh, I thought it was something else, like about candy.
There's a
Yeah,
mic
somebody
open
said-
somewhere in the building.
Weird, like, launch through you.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
It's gone. It's
I'm
gone.
glad we talked over it and nothing.
Oh,
no,
wait,
it's
it seems
back.
like it's...
It's back.
Before we
Do we
lose
know
our
where it's coming
PG-13
from?
rating, can we
Yes.
get that mic closed?
Let's move on. It's Friday Eve. It's time for another edition.
It's like the season change.
Let's turn off that microphone.
Let's please.
Okay, Friday
Okay.
Eve. Amazing. It's time for another segment of From the Ground Up.
There's the sound effect.
Yes, there it
Yes.
is.
And this morning, Mark McLean is walking us through spring flowering trees.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year to plant. Nick Mostarda, the manager of the nursery at the Garden Factory, has got some tips for us, and we've got our own little seed tray at the end here. Okay, this week's segment of From the Ground Up, concentrating on your spring flowering trees, some of the shrubs that can go in this time of the year. We've got the expert here, Nick Mostarda from the Garden Factory. He's the nursery manager out here. Nick, why is spring such a good time to plant these beautiful trees that we have?
Well, for a couple of reasons. The first one would be you're the farthest point from winter to get them established before we go through another brutal winter like we just had. Second, there's good moisture in the ground.
Okay.
Gets everything a good chance to get going. And third, it's the time of year when we have the best supply. We have the best selection at this point in time of the year. So it kind of gives everybody a good variety of things to choose from.
Okay, and if we get a really wet period, a really wet spring like we had, what would you suggest for a homeowner if we face those kinds of conditions?
It's really just kind of monitoring what the groundwater is doing. If you get really heavy rains, we're supposed to get another inch of rain coming up. It's really just keeping an eye on that, making sure you're not overwatering at this time of year. It's really the only time of year that you would possibly overwater is right now. And really it's just kind of monitoring what's going on in the ground.
Any favorites for you, favorites for your customers of tree types? What's in flower right now, and what should people look for coming out this weekend?
Right now, what's going to be in flower is going to be your crab apples, your red buds, some cherries. Pears are in flower right now, super popular. Your weeping cherry. My personal favorite's birch. I love birch trees, and it does really well with the moisture in the ground. Helps dry up areas. So that's kind of where I would be at.
And Lilac Festival coming up too. We have lilacs?
Yes, I do have my first batch of lilacs. It just came in this past week. It is definitely lilac time right now.
Okay, so let's go take a tour of some of the shrubs that you have here on the property, and what might be good for some privacy for some homeowners.
Sure.
Yeah, now we're back in the shrubs, and what a selection. We've got the arborvitaes right here. We've got some privet hedge. Nick, for somebody that wants a little privacy around a pool, maybe it's a garden, or some place they're trying to keep the dog in or something. What's best, and what works in sun versus shade, maybe? Some of the things to think about?
So if you're going to go the evergreen route, you're going to want to go with arborvitaes, something like an emerald green or a green giant arborvitae. What's nice about the emeralds is you can plant them 3-foot centers. They're not going to be super wide. They will get tall. They'll make a nice block. For deciduous, privet's always a great one.
Oh yeah.
You can plant them pretty close together. You can go actually 2 to 3 feet apart on these. They'll grow together. They're a vigorous grower.
Yeah.
Grow very fast. You can also use different things like forsythias.
Okay.
You can actually even use lilacs if you wanted to. Some dwarf lilac.
Sure. Now these won't give you the 4-season cover though, like an arborvitae would though.
Correct.
Right. Okay,
right.
so
These will give you cover all the time. These will only be during the growing season that you'll get the cover.
And we're not seeing a lot of flowers on any of this stuff out here. What do you like for shrubs that are flowering now or have some beautiful flowers on them?
So for right now, it would be things like rhododendron.
Okay.
You could do forsythia. That would be the first thing that flowers in your garden. Lilacs, dwarf lilacs.
Okay.
Yeah, viburnums is another really good one, and they're also good for pollinators and things like that. So pretty strong choice.
And I know the last thing here, nothing is completely deer resistant, but if there was one that you had to pick that had a real chance of being deer resistant, which one would you suggest?
If you're trying to make a block, I would have to go with green giant arborvitaes.
Okay.
But again, you may want to take some extra measures to ensure the deer resistance on them, because as we are encroaching on their territory, they're becoming more and more hungry with less and less to eat. Sun exposure is one of the most important things when it comes to planting and planting in the right location. You want to make sure you know if you're on the west or east side, so afternoon sun versus morning sun. Another tip is also making sure you're digging the root balls out the right way. You want to dig the hole twice as wide typically. Rule of thumb is if you can go pretty level with the ground after it's planted, it'll be in pretty good shape. But those are kind of a couple things that would be important to me as if I'm planting.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks, Nick. Thanks for all the tips. We're going to go inside the greenhouse now and start our own seed tray for our garden right here at 13 Wham TV. Yeah, it's time to plant up our own garden at 13 Wham again. We're going to get some seed trays, some vegetable seeds, and we're going to head out to the potting station to get everything growing. And through the magic of television, watch how fast we can plant this seed tray. And a little bit of water, and our seed tray will be ready to go in just 3-4 weeks.
That was cool, Mark.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
We're lucky there that we're growing those in the greenhouse. Okay, so it really speeds up the process for our garden. But lots of things that you can put in the ground. A lot of folks ask about privacy. They want to build up something next to maybe a neighbor. For season, you go with the arborvitae. Privet hedge will give you the 3-season privacy.
Block an unsightly view.
That's right. Something you don't want to see. And the other part was the deer resistance. What plants? If a deer is hungry, it will eat anything. I will just say that. But there are plants like barberries. There are some varieties of arborvitae that are a little bit more deer resistant. Yep.
Okay, interesting.
I love these segments because, you know a lot about gardening, obviously, but the folks at the Garden Factor, it's just like a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, they have all the experts walking around, and all the, the plant materials are out there, so, it's easy to put things together. Of course, still a little too early for us to start things outside, but we'll get growing here in about 2 or 3 weeks. We still have frost in the forecast. So
let me ask, though, for somebody who's sitting at home watching this, thinking to themselves, I've always wanted to start a garden, have never done it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to follow what Mark does. They pick up that seed tray. They are looking at the selection of seeds, which is massive there. What do you recommend someone who's new to this whole gardening thing starts with?
Well, I would say don't be afraid and go for it, because all of us go to the grocery store every day and we see how much it costs for all these vegetables. And, we didn't talk about fruit trees and, some of the other things, but, go for it, because you're only helping your own pocket, by growing some of this stuff. So to get it started off a seed tray, if you've got an open spot in a south window, that's probably the best spot, because you really want to keep it moist until the seeds start growing, and then you really want that strong April sunshine to come down and get things moving. But don't be afraid. That's the thing. Plant things all the time that die. Admittedly, but you try again.
That's how you learn.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn, and you learn what does well in spots. But also know your geography. I always say that too. Is this the south side of my house? Is this the north side of my house? Is this the east side of my house or the west side? What will grow in shade? What will grow in sun? Obviously the vegetables like lots of sunshine to grow. So we're fortunate our garden is in the
And
white.
what's that other piece of advice? The darker the leaf?
More shade. Usually,
Okay,
but not
that's
always.
good to know.
Almost all the time for that.
So I have to ask, what's in the seed tray? Or is that a mystery?
Okay, so the seed tray. We've got onions.
Okay.
We didn't do broccoli last year, so we've got some broccoli.
Okay.
Nice.
Got the squash going again.
Yeah.
Carrots. What else do we have in there? We've got beans. Well, we didn't do any beans last year, as far as I can remember.
Are we going to try a pumpkin?
I'm going to the Lima Pumpkin Festival on Saturday. We're going to pick up the seeds for those. The giant ones.
That's the big ones, right? Yeah.
Atlantic Giants and the big ones. They've got a new variety too for folks interested. Head down there. They give you the seed packs. It's fun. It's fun, and it's a pumpkin growing contest. Who's going to get the biggest pumpkin? You bring it down in early October. But I think we've got. What else do we have out there?
We have hot peppers.
Herbs.
Peppers are so we didn't do the peppers because we'll get those. Some of the stuff I do cheat a little bit on. The whole pepper bed, we'll get them. When they're yay big.
Wow. Okay.
And the tomatoes will start to from little little things and let them.
No, I gave you. You're using those tomato seeds that I saved.
I will grow some tomatoes.
I saved cherry tomatoes for 365 days and let them dry out on my counter.
It was a whole tomato, though.
We've got some.
Oh, there is a whole. Yeah, so there is.
It's not seeds. It's tomato.
We've got some corn from Marty too. We got
perfect.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get that going.
It'll be a good garden this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
We have much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're once again taking you behind the curtain for the Penfield Players' current production.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WEM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
(9:42) and breaking this morning, no injuries were reported after a crash on 590 at Browncroft Boulevard. That's according to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Now take a look here. That drive time is significantly going down, 43 minutes right now. Around 7:40 this morning, you could see two cars by the median, one seemingly hanging off of it. Deputies say a car made an unsafe lane change, causing the truck to collide with the median. Again, no injuries were reported. All lanes, as you can see, are back open and traffic is moving at this hour.
Welcome back. A powerful story taking the stage, shining a light on courage in the face of injustice.
The Penfield Players are presenting These Shining Lives based on the true story of the Radium Girls. And this morning we're getting a closer look at the story of friendship, resilience, and dignity. We're joined now by director Shonda Uri and cast member Aaron Fund. Thank you both so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So give us a little background here for someone who may be unfamiliar with the Radium Girls. Can you give us a little bit of that story and how it tells this story?
Sure. So it was, there were women who were working painting watch faces, sort of in the 1920s, 1930s. What they were painting them with so that they glowed in the dark was a little bit of radium. So, and they were painting them by putting the brushes in their mouths. So they were ingesting radium. At the time, they thought it was fine, no issues. It was much later that they discovered they were having a lot of medical issues, and that was due to all of the ingestion of the radium.
So then, how does that fit into what this story is about?
Yeah. So within These Shining Lives, it actually takes a closer look at 4 of the women that were directly impacted, historical figures that were instrumental in changing the rules and the laws that then were applied to workplace safety. So I play Catherine Donahue. She was actually one of those most affected by the radium poisoning in the Ottawa, Illinois plant, the radium dial company. That started in 1922. She worked there for 9 years, and she forged a close friendship, which is what that play is about. And it really focuses on their trials and really their transcendence, I think, through the whole process.
What will an audience member take away from this production?
Oh.
Hopefully, just more knowledge of history, history that did change workers' rights and protection of workers, companies' responsibilities of workers, and hopefully the friendships and the relationships that they see on stage. Those are really, really impactful and important. It's really, these 4 women really become found family.
And if I may, I think it even has a significance today, 100 years later, with what we see reflected in the news, right? When we see companies that are making choices that are perhaps endangering individuals, maybe making those choices out of commercial need as opposed to human need. And we see a medical community turning its eye or its eye away from these women and really being blinded by their own inexperience, not being willing to be open to that.
Wow.
And so that's something that even after 100 years, 1922 to 2026, we still see a lot of those moments out there today.
Sure.
You are the second historical play that we've featured just on the show this morning. Why is it so important that history is being told this way and people are consuming it in this form?
Well, I think it makes it more personal. It makes it more impactful because it's not just words on a page. You see these fully fleshed out characters forming these relationships, forming these friendships, and moving through this in real time and dealing with it in real time. So that can make the history seem much more personal and much more relevant, like Erin said, to today, in a way that just reading it in a textbook might not.
It really sounds like a fascinating and interesting story, but there are a lot of fascinating and interesting stories. So I'm wondering why this one, why this show was chosen.
I'll let the director who chose the show give that answer.
I think really for me, it is about the 4 women at the center of the play because they do form this tight friendship in a workplace where, they wouldn't have been encouraged to be in 15 years, prior or even forward from that. So it's really for me about that, about the power that workers can have if they, fight back, if they do speak up, if they do say something. Whistleblowers are still important.
Absolutely.
Differences can be made.
Yes.
Yeah.
The play runs May 1st through the 9th at the Penfield Community Center. Do people need tickets? Can they get them at the door? What's the plan for that?
At the door and online. So you can go to penfieldplayers.com and you would be able to follow the link to the main stage and get your tickets there. And we hope to see you. It's a moving show, and I think it's worthwhile to hear.
Tickets are also available at the door. If you haven't planned for it, you can get them at the door as well.
Terrific. Thank you both so much for coming by.
Thank
We
you
really
so much.
appreciate it. And we'll make sure to post all of this information in case you missed it and you still want to go. You can find all the ticketing info on our website, foxrochester.com.
When we come back, we're getting a look at some of the stories that have people talking on this Friday Eve.
Yeah, we're talking trends this morning on the other side of the break. Time to see what's trending, and we are starting with a bizarre new trend that's taking over social media.
Last week, we talked about people posting online videos of themselves eating mini clay pots.
Oh my gosh.
We did?
Forgot. Yeah, we did.
Was I here for that? No, I was not. Okay. Well, that food trend came and went. Now people are sharing their new favorite snack, butterballs.
Thousands of videos are circulating online showing people eating whole bags of Land O'Lakes butterball. You know what?
We have a problem.
Yes, if something happens and you get sick by this and you're in the bathroom you deserve every minute of that.
What are we doing? Oh my God. Okay, users posting themselves eating salted butterballs, some popping them in like chips, others eating them with a spoon out of a bowl.
Some have even shared butter flights showing different toppings you can add. Butter is the topping. Different toppings you can add to your butter to give it a different taste. For example, with meat and cheese.
No.
Pasta.
No.
That's buttered noodles. Like, you guys are not inventing things here. You're cooking. Or a whole, oh my gosh, radish with butter? Huh, who'd have thought?
The whole trend has apparently become so popular that many grocery stores nationwide are sold out of these butter balls.
Some on social media call the snack addicting, saying it's rich, creamy, and has the perfect amount of salt. Some are even comparing it to the taste of ice cream. It's butter!
Guys, what are we doing? What is this guy doing?
He is not eating, like, okay.
Is that eggnog?
He's doing it for
Why
clicks.
is it so yellow? Ew. Others are calling this, yeah, no kidding, absolutely disgusting and seriously unhealthy.
Yeah, go to the doctor and get your cholesterol checked. Defenders of the snack are dumb, and they say eating the butterballs whole on their own is no different than cooking with it, so who cares? Yeah,
I care.
Because you're cooking with 1 tab of butter. You're not cooking with an entire bag of butterballs.
Those are like for restaurants or parties or something where, you know, you don't want to put out an entire stick of butter and have people like go in with a knife and scrape it.
The level of stupidity. And you know what? Some of those kids are probably it's butter maxing. That's what they're doing.
Oh, snack maxing.
Like the things I want to wring their little necks. I do.
I wish.
How dumb? How dumb are you?
And you know what? Here's the thing too. Like, that trend will be over in a week, if that. And we'll move on to the next weird thing.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're judging you.
Yeah. Hope you're not lactose intolerant, friend. Let's move along to a new shoe that's getting a lot of attention online.
The luxury fashion brand Chanel raising eyebrows, releasing a new sandal design.
Yeah, the shoe was unveiled as part of their Cruise 2027 collection and is described as intentionally incomplete. I hate the world. No.
The sandal leaves most of the foot exposed, covering only the heel.
Yeah.
With straps wrapped around the ankle.
Oh my gosh, she's showing ankle. Good luck walking into a public restroom in those things. The footwear went viral on social media, many online calling it freakish, because it is.
According to Chanel's creative director, the collection was an homage to style codes that Chanel established in 1920.
That person should be out of a job.
Borrowing from sportswear, workwear, and sailors' uniforms.
It's fired. While some fans called the sandal game-changing.
Who?
Grounding and it's innovative to just have the back part of a shoe. Majority were beyond upset about the design. Some people writing, where would anyone wear it? $800 for the back half of a shoe?
Your heel is like the toughest part, too.
Go buy some butter balls. Spend your money on Land O'Lakes.
We'll be right back.
Jeez.
Time for our final thoughts of the morning here on ARC Rochester.
Yeah, big announcement today. After 41 years, our good friend Dave in audio is retiring. He's wrapping up his time here at 13 WAM.
Yeah. We appreciate all the work that Dave has done over the course of 41 years. You've worked with Dave for quite some time.
A lot of that
Marty
was on
as
the old
well.
nights,
long
too.
tenure, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, long nights and out in the live trucks, when we had the live trucks, the microwave trucks, you're out there in the freezing cold in the middle of winter.
And those overnight hours,
it's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard.
They are. Congratulations.
Finally get some rest.
Yeah.
Hey, that does it for us here on ARC Rochester. Wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 over on
13 WAM ABC. That's
right.
Join Steph and Mark later today for 13 WAM News at midday. We will see you tomorrow, Friday.
Bye.